Hey, it's Joe Glines from the Automator, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about making sure you're on track. And we covered this. Let me share my screen here. We covered this in a webinar. This was our 37th webinar. I'll put the link in here. It was the Learn Anything in I think it was 20 hours. Let me go to the web page, which I'll give you this link. This right here. Here's the link to the first hour and second hour of the video. And then it was this guy, Josh Kaufman, who says in the first 20 hours, right, you can learn how to do anything. And so this is really critical. The other thing is, hey, a steep learning curve is actually a good thing because it means you start picking it up quick. Like when you invest in it, you actually get a big bang for the buck, right? It's not a linear relationship. A steep learning curve actually means you learn a lot. It's actually hard, but it's really a good thing. But what's really important is that you keep at it and you keep trying. And I also want to mention this. Ryan Wells had sent it in. I don't think we actually mentioned this in the webinar. I think he sent it in after, and it was talking about the incremental improvements, right? And this is where AUTOHOTKEY really comes in. And if you understand, what if, like in this example here, what if every day you improved like 1%, right? Or even 0.5%, whatever it is, right? Every day you're a little more efficient, right? And this is one of the things that with AUTOHOTKEY, right? You can be every day. You can just be a little more efficient. And what's amazing is think about it like a bank loan, right? It's compounds over years and years of doing it. So what I highly recommend is book time on your calendar. If you can't do it every day, then do it twice a week or something. Block it on your calendar, reserve it, stick to it. Don't let other things creep in and take it up. If an emergency happens, that's fine, use the time to handle the emergency, but then go back and add it back on somewhere else, right? Don't miss out on this because you're investing in yourself, and it's one of the most important things you can do, especially in today's day and age with the virus going on and job security being what it is, right? You want to be the most efficient you can and to make sure that you're bringing value to either yourself or your employer, because that way you will have an income and keep going. So, I would highly recommend you put a reminder on your, put something on your calendar to remind you every day if you don't already do it. When I was working in corporate America, I at first paid it forward. I started out where I would spend, 2 hours a day of my own time, but I audited so much of my job. I was able to get it down to where, 25-30% of my time, I actually was learning at work because I automated so much of my job. And I said, you know what, I could tell them and I could take on more work, or I could keep investing in myself and just keep bettering myself. And the really good thing is it was a win-win because I would actually make tools and give them to my colleagues. And so the company overall, TI, they benefited a lot because I ended up being so productive. I could give things to other people, right? But I didn't really tell anyone that I was, learning on the clock. But I mean, part of it was my job, right? Was to figure out how to do things. So I highly encourage you, to add it to your at least for me, I'm a calendar type person. Put it on your calendar and stick to it. It's just a really great thing to do. And, in 2 or 3 years, I know that's a long time, but you are going to be going, wow, like, why didn't I start this earlier, right? The saying with the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today, right? So I want to see you post in the comments here. You're gonna give yourself a schedule. It doesn't really matter if it's once a week or even once every other week. I wouldn't go less than that because you need to do it frequent enough to remember the stuff. But at least once a week is where I would try to go. And if not, multiple times a week. I want a commitment from you. I want you to go into the comments into this video and say you're going to do it, and tell me how often, how frequently you're going to do it, right? What the commitment is. Because when you say your commitment out loud, it becomes more of a real thing, and you're more likely to stick to it because you've told other people. And then maybe like in a year, let's circle back and see where you are, right? So I hope that helps everyone. Keep automating, whether it's AUTOHOTKEY or some other tool, right? Just find a way to improve your skills and your value and yourself. Cheers.